Yeah, dear students, we are seeing towards the previous video. We had seen about the different STL containers are there, sequence, associative, and derived. This video, we are going to talk about the sequential container itself, that is having three different categories: vector, DQ, and list. What is sequence container is it stores the elements in linear sequence one after another, and each are again related to each other by the position, and they can allow you the insertion or elements in between. Also you can insert the elements in the sequential container, but however the sequential container shows the elements in linear sequence one after another as shown in the diagram. So element 0, element 1 continue till the last element. Now again, as there are three different types of components of STL: container, iterator, as well as algorithm. Then inside the container we again saw three types, that is sequential, associative, and derived container. Again in the sequence container we have three different types of sequence containers. One, that is vector; second, that is list; and DQ. Now what is difference between vector, list, DQ, sequence container? All stores the element in sequential manner, that is line one after another. But they have, as per its name, vector is actually said to be a array. But it is which type of array? It is an expandable and dynamic array. It is the array inside it is not a fixed size, that is, as array you write a of 5, that means 5, it shows only 5 elements. In this year, the vector is not having such. It can grow its size, it can shrink in size. Again, when you are having an insertion or deletion in the vector, or growing its size or shrinking its size, you have to insert or delete the element only from the back side, not from the front side. It inserts or deletes the element only from the back side. Whereas another point to remember, that vector also permits the direct access to any of the element. Okay, if you want to access the v of 3, you access v of 3, and so on. To write any program for a vector, you have to have the header file which is included. Header file, that is vector header file, and then you have to access it to the random access iterator. To declare a vector, we have to write vector and then type and name of the variable. So vector and type can be integer, float, etc. And for iterators, the to work upon, जैसे हम pointer लिखते हैं, the pointer integer pointer p, so p means what? It will point to an integer variable. In the similar manner, if you want an iterator to point to a particular vector, you have to specify to which type of vector you want to make that iterator point to. And so similar, we have written here vector type constant iterator etr var. That means etr var will point is a constant pointer which is pointing to a particular vector type. Okay, but it cannot modify the elements as it is a constant iterator. And then you have a reverse iterator also. Reverse iterator means it will start from the end position and run towards the beginning position. Okay, in the reverse manner it works on. When I'm having a vector, once vector variable is constructed, I can use the functions inside the vector. There are different functions like push underscore back, size, capacity, vector. When you want to create an array, a vector which stores an array elements, you have the vector type v a comma a plus size, which creates a vector with elements from array a up to a plus size. Okay, then what push underscore back element value does is adds the element to the end. V dot size will do what? Current size of the vector is being copied, and V dot capacity means it is storing the it will store how much, it will give you how much elements you can store inside that vector. Capacity and size is having different thing. Capacity means how many elements you can store, and size means how many elements are there inside the vector. Okay, then you have insert function, and remember the insert function and pushback. Inside the pushback underscore function underscore back function, you have value, you specify the value, whereas in insert you have to give the position where you want to insert the value. Along with the value, you have to give the location also where you want to insert the value. So we are writing v dot insert iterator comma value, means the location of the pointer comma value. Then we, if you want to erase the elements inside the vector, if you want to remove any element from the vector, you have to give that v dot erase and the position from where you want to eliminate it or erase it. Okay, and then iterator 1 comma iterator 2 means the position from where you want to iterate to the last position up to what you want to remove. Suppose I want to remove from second position to fifth, I will write 2 iterator pointer means p plus 2 comma p plus 5 means from 2 to 5 elements all elements will be removed. And clear, v dot clear means it erases the entire container. Then I have certain function as front and back. These functions are returning the first and the last element, and if I want any element in between from first to last, I will use v and give the element number, just say v of 3, v of 2, v of 1, and so on, as you are accessing an array. Now we'll see about some functions. Now consider that I am having an array of 5 elements and I want to copy this array into the vector. I write vector int v array comma array plus 5. So it is doing what, 5 elements is being stored into array. After that I am writing, so see, vector is being copied with the array 12, 7, 9, 21 and 13. After that I am applying v dot pop back. So pop back means what? It is going to pop 13 from the vector, and then I am writing v dot push back 15 means from after popping 13 it is going to push back from 15 at the back position. So observe how the scenario is given. 13 is removed and v dot push back will do what? 15 will insert 15 on the first very particular thing. Then I am having what? V dot begin means it will point to the first very position of the vector, and v of 3 means will point to 13, not 21, actually it will point to 15, v of 3. And this is a sequence container program of a vector. For vector you have to write hash include vector and then see that iostream for cout and then using namespace std. Then I'm having an array which is of integer type. That is why I write vector also, which is going to copy the array, so of integer type, and I'm writing array comma array plus 5. I want all the 5 elements to be copied into the vector. Then I am writing what, checking whether my जब तक मेरा vector empty नहीं होता है, means until and unless my vector is empty, I am just going to display the last element and pop it off. So v dot pop back. First, when I'm writing v dot back, it will output what? 13. After that, I'm popping it from the vector. So after that, the last element will be 21. So again I repeat v dot back, it will give me 21. Then I remove 21 from the vector. Then I'm writing again v dot back means it will give me 9, and so on until and unless my vector is empty. After that I am writing for I is equal to 0, I less than v dot size. V dot size will now be what, how much? Since all the elements have been removed from the vector, it will give me 0. That is why this for loop will be not giving you any of the thing, but just to demonstrate, we are seeing how to use size function and how to directly access using v of I or v of 1, v of 2 and so on. So if you see the output of the program, you will get 13, 12, 9, 7, 12, but after that you are not getting anything because your vector has been emptied. Okay, it has been all the elements have been removed from the vector. Thank you so much, and in the next video we are going to see about vector which is using iterators, and then we'll go for deque and list and associative, and then for derived containers. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.